Damn, I did it again. What's good, YouTube? Target here and welcome to another episode of Design and Manage, my City Skylines and Modded Let's Play series. I know, you weren't expecting this, but it kinda happened, and it is what it is. So let me just explain you why I've done this extreme modification to the already made Highland. So pretty much, I did not enjoy the way it was looking. I wasn't 100% satisfied when I first built it, and as time went by and I started playing on this map, I started to like it even less than what I originally liked it, so I decided to change it. I also noticed that the canals that I had going throughout the middle of the layout were taking up too much zoning space, and that was something that I wanted to fix, so I pretty much filled the entire thing up. And I've put a roundabout at the end of the tips that I have connected. Overall, I think it looks pretty good, and I'm really excited to see what I can do with this. But let me explain in much more detail how this thing is supposed to work. Okay, so as I've mentioned, I have this roundabout, which will be the main focus point on this area. Maybe I'll place the most important buildings right over here. I have placed a couple of roads that go just alongside the shore, on the level of the shoreline as well. I have one over here and also another one over there, and these roads are pretty much destined for ferries. So I think I will have a ferry stop right about over here that will connect to this one, and another one over here that will connect to this one as well, and then both of these will connect to the public transport hub. So that's the plan regarding ferries. I have also reworked the entire tunnel structure. I'm not really going to explain to you how this works, because I'm sure you're tired of hearing me explain how this works, but it's pretty much the same principle. I have these connections that bring people from several corners of the city to these two interchanges. I also have this off point over here that is pretty much disconnected. I'll probably connect it somewhere along over here. And finally, I have also these connections, two going in out of the city and two going out of the city, that will lead traffic to the airport. And that leads me to the second point of this layout, which is the massive destruction that I've done over here. So there is one very specific reason why I've done this. As you probably remembered, I was intending on placing the international airport on this location, and I've been doing quite a few tests off camera, and I have found out that the airport didn't fit this quite pathetic space over here. It's pretty much 3 times bigger than what I had, so I had to make a very severe adjustments. I can even show you a picture for reference. So this is the normal airport, which is pretty big in itself. This one could barely fit in the existing layout. And then we have this airport over here, the international airport, which I will unlock when I hit a population of 65,000, which is 3 times bigger than the original airport. So yeah, and we'll just have to see if that one fits over here. This had quite a bit of consequences. One of them was the destruction of the layout that was supposed to be the ground points for our oil industry specialization, because this area is an area full of oil, the natural resource, and because of that I will not have enough room to make an oil specialized industry, which is okay. We already have some farms over here and also a normal size industry with plenty of room for development, so I don't think that's going to be a big deal. My plan is, as you can see, I didn't connect any of these rows. I have these off points over here, this one as well, and also these ones. My plan is to unlock the international airport first, place it, then terraform everything around it, and then build the connections that go and lead naturally into the same airport. So I think it's much more productive to wait until I have the opportunity to place the airport and then build the layout around it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. I've also tried to make the island look a bit more natural, but not that much. I've had these bits of lands over here and also over here, this one as well, and some ledges over here as well. I also placed a bay, so to say, on this area with a bridge on top of it, and I think I'm even going to place a few more of these natural characteristics on this island in the future if I have enough soil for it. I had to either wait a bunch of soil on this island. As you can see, we have a bunch of sunken trees that I should probably delete. This was the area where I took the terrain from, but I should take away the trees now, and over here as well. Yeah, there we go. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this island in this episode, so let's move on to other parts of the city. On the last episode, I fixed the overflowing of sewage that was going on this part of the city, and I've done that basically by removing 2 of the water treatment plants that were over here, and I've placed them over here. But later on I found out that we could probably fix this on another way. So if I come here to the water tab, we can see that we have 3 different types of canals. We have a shallow canal, a medium canal, and also a deep canal. This one over here is actually a medium canal, so I wonder if I upgrade it to a deeper canal, maybe it will allow for a higher capacity of water and will allow us to have 4 different water treatment plants on this location. So there's something that I want to try out. So first things first, I'm gonna pause the simulation and I'm gonna delete these ones over here. Because you cannot upgrade the canals when you have a buildings placed next to it, and I'm gonna upgrade all of these canals to deeper canals. Okay, I've upgraded everything. Now it's time to replace the water treatment plants, and I think it's time for us to turn this area a bit more ecological. As you can see, our industrial site is extremely polluted. There's a cloud of fog going across it. So I think we can fix that. And one of the things that we can do to address that is to start off by placing some eco water treatment plants as opposed to the water treatment plants, the normal ones. So I think I'm going to place 4 of those, one over here and another one over there, and also another one are about this location, and the final one over here. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's check out our power situation. Yeah, it's connected, and now we can delete these ones. Oh yeah, and yes, I have connected both of these with water to the existing layout, and I've done it off camera. Some people have pointed out that these ones were disconnected. No, I simply connected them off camera, but now it's time to delete them because we don't need them anymore, hopefully. So let's just check it out, and yeah, let's resume the simulation and see if this area overflows. Oh no, it didn't work. Okay, it seems this area cannot support 4 water treatment plants, even though we are using deeper canals. I don't know, I could try and wait a few more minutes and see if this fixes itself, but I don't think that's actually gonna happen. Oh, and look at this! I still have these water pumping stations from the last time. I cannot believe I actually forgot to get rid of them. So I'm gonna do that right now. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to place this somewhere else. Okay guys, so I've came up with a very decent solution for the problem. I just took these 2 water treatment plants and I've put them all the way over here. And by spreading them a bit apart, it seems that I was able to stabilize the water flow. So thankfully we will be able to keep these ones in the existing layout, which is always a good thing. Now it's time for step number 2 in cleansing this area, and I'll do that with a city policy. So I am gonna select the Kazaya factories and I'm gonna come into the policies, and there's one over here. I think it's on the city planning. Yeah, it is. is the filter industrial waste. Industrial buildings need to filter their waste, making them pollute the ground a lot less. And it has a cost of 2 cents per industrial building. Because we are making quite a bit of money right now, I think we can safely apply this policy. So I'm gonna do that right now. And now that we are at it, I think I'm actually going to expand the XI Factories district, just so it incorporates these buildings as well, and also these ones. I don't have any industrial buildings here, these are all recycling centers and landfills, but I can grab them as well. So I think I'm gonna expand the layout, and I'm gonna start from here. Okay, so I've just expanded the entire district, and now I think we just have to wait a bit more until we start seeing some results. And eventually I will want to do the same thing on this district over here. That is still not a district, I'll still have to draw it. But for now, let's move on to other parts of the city. Okay, here we are at our most recent addition. I have built this district on the last episode, the Delta 9K Square. Also on the last episode I have built this connection over here that connects, or has the main purpose of connecting to this industrial layout, but as we can see it is giving us quite a bit of problems regarding traffic, so I'll definitely have to make some adjustments. Now what's happening over here is that cars that are coming from this part of the region, from this highway, are now preferring to get into the city via this connection rather than going from this highway or to this highway and get to the city via this interchange, which is much better prepared to deal with higher volumes of traffic. So there's one easy solution for that, which is completely cut off the access from this highway to this avenue over here. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna delete this and connect this highway and to this part of the industrial layout, so that cars that are coming from this highway can only get off over here, and in order for them to get from over here to this part of the city will take them such a long time that will actually prefer to use this connection instead. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work this out. I'm gonna think of a way I can connect this, and I'll meet you guys in a couple of minutes to show you what I've done. See you in a sec, guys. Okay, I've made a few modifications to the interchange, and now everything seems to be running much more smoothly. We have an highway off point that connects directly to this one and will eventually connect to this part of the city. I even shaped it out with some one-way roads to direct traffic a bit better, and I've maintained this off-way road, or in other words, this on-ramp. I've also placed a tunnel over here. It's not really necessary, I could probably find a way to place it overground, but I don't like this particular shape, so I decided to hide it by making a tunnel. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I think we'll have to wait a bit more until the city develops and we got some more population over here and see if this thing is actually that good with traffic. But for now I think we'll keep it. This small modification to the interchange allowed us to get a few more zoning space, so I think I'm gonna take advantage of that. I am gonna pause the simulation for this. On this side I went by, let's see, a cost of 320, so let's do the same at about over here, 320 over here, and perhaps we can connect it directly to this road. So I will have to destroy this layout, unfortunately. But that's the way it will go, and I think I will connect it directly to this side, and Okay, let's see if I can do this. Maybe if I just do it like that and come a bit. I think I'll have to replace or at least reposition this spark. And let's connect it back again, and there we go. I think that looks pretty decent. And let's do the same at about over here. Let's go by the same spots. This is actually a shame because I've spent so much time building these pedestrian pathways that now I kind of feel bad in destroying them. But that's the thing about this game. You cannot be afraid of rebuilding stuff that doesn't quite work. So yeah, you should embrace change. That's what allows me to keep improving my cities. But yeah, I'm just rambling. Let's keep going. Alright guys, I have modified the layout. I have also moved the tram line to this area over here. I think it's a much shorter pathway that our citizens will prefer. I think I can even make this curve a bit smoother, so let's try and do that right now. I think I'm gonna cut it off at about over here, and perhaps we can connect it directly with this point. And yeah, there we go. I like it. And I think the only thing that we have to do now is reconnect this pathway to this tram stop. Where is it? This one over here. So let's try and do that right away. I think I can make kind of an interesting shape that goes along the road that we have over here. And I think I can do the same about here. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's just connect it. Hopefully I will be able to do this without any problems, but of course that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, I think that will have to do, and I'll just have to connect it right on this connection over here. So let's just try and work something out. I think I can come all the way over here. Let's pause the simulation because these citizens are about to get robbed. Look at this one floating over the highway, and not the highway, the avenue. What am I talking about? But yeah, anyway, let's just keep going, and hopefully we will be able to connect this without interfering with the railroad. I would be really surprised if we could do this on the first try. Oh, I'm just trying to align it. Yeah, I think it's pretty aligned, and well, look at that, we have actually managed to do this on first try. Pretty good. Alright, we have modified the pedestrian pathways all over again, and I think we are almost ready to start zoning, but first there's a few things that I want to work on. First things first, I want to move this park all the way over here again, and I also want to make this pathway a bit smoother. So I think I'm gonna pause the simulation, and look at the amount of people using it already. This is beautiful. But anyway, let's just work on this. I think I want to make a connection right about let's connect all of this over here. Okay, and let's try to connect it directly, and yep, I think this is pretty smooth indeed. That's perfect. And before I even do anything, I think I'm going to expand the Delta 9K Square district, because I want to expand the high-rise ban policy to this part of the city. And I think I'm gonna incorporate all of this into the new district. Oh, and by the way, I did not forget that I'm going to replace this interchange, but that's going to be a project for a future video. For now, I just want to expand this district. Okay, I believe it's fine all the way up until here. Kinda got an interesting shape right now. And before I forget, we should try and focus on services. So first thing first, I think I'm gonna need an elementary school. There's something to put on my list. High school is pretty much covered. Let's see, hospital, I'm gonna place one over here, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. We already have a cemetery, and oh, and we also have a clinic over here, so another point for healthcare. Fire is pretty much covered, police as well, and yeah, we'll probably need some public transport, maybe a bus line over here. And regarding parks, I don't know, I need to zone first, so it seems that an elementary school is the only thing that we will pretty much need. And I think I'm gonna place one. Let's see, I need to find a good spot for it. I'm gonna place it right over here because it grabs a few of these white blocks that I cannot zone anything in. So I'm gonna place it right about over here. And now we need to reconnect the pathway network, and maybe I can disable the road guidelines and all the way. We'll probably have to do this all over again and connect it like this. Okay, perfect. And provide another off point over there, pretty good. And yeah, that's it. Let's start with zoning. Oh, and I almost forgot about water. That cannot be, so let's just expand the piping layout. I think I'm gonna start off by placing some commercial along this block. So all of this is going to be commercial, and yeah, some commercial blocks over here as well. And I think this entire spot of the avenue can actually be commercial. Or maybe I can place some offices over here. Let's see how well this will look. It might look pretty good. And over here I think I'm gonna leave this spot for a park if we need one. And I think I can continue with our residential spawning. And all of this is going to be residential. And a small house over here, small house over there. This looks really weird as an avenue, so I think I'm gonna convert it to a normal road pretty much. And now I'll have to rezone all of this with offices all over again. So let's just do that. And there we go. Maybe I'll just delete them to force them to regrow. I think I want some few commercial blocks right on these few blocks over here, this 2-block gap. And I think I also want to take advantage of this road over here to place some houses. So I'm gonna zone all of these with residential. And I'm even think I'm gonna go for 2-block gap houses. So all of these will be houses with a 2-block in size. And hopefully it will be able to create quite a nice effect. These ones will be right next to the highway. I don't think there's a problem with it. I think I'm even gonna turn all of these into houses, and let's see how well they look. If they don't look very well, I'll just take them back. And suddenly this area became extremely big. So there's only quite a few adjustments that I want to make. First, I want to turn this into an avenue with trees. I'm talking about this one. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go, perfect. And also this one, just to add a little detail. And I think I can even convert some of these to roads with trees. I think I'm gonna upgrade the entire outer layout. These buildings just got destroyed, I have no idea why. And I'm gonna upgrade these ones as well. The outer edge. Oh, I messed up quite a bit. There we go. And I think I'm gonna do the same at about over here on this side of the layout. And I'm gonna continue it all the way over here. And I think I can do the same on this road as well. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a nice addition. And also this one next to this loop. Okay, and finally, to wrap this thing up, this district, we need a few parks over here. So these ones are not enough apparently, and let's see, I need to find some parks to put at around this location. Let's see what we have. I think I'm gonna scoot this elementary school to the left yet over again, and that will force us to delete the pathway, unfortunately, but it will allow us to have room to a plaza, and that's something that I want to put on this location, and I think I'm gonna put it over here. Let's see if that's enough. I don't think it will be. Let's just put it on 3 speed. Yeah, I think I'll just need another park at about over here. I think I'm gonna put it on this corner, and for that I think this snowman park is going to be more than enough. So let's just try it out, and there you go. Perfect. Okay guys, and coming back to our industrial layout, look at that, it seems much cleaner. I do not see that huge cloud of smoke anymore, or pollution. That's not smoke, that's definitely pollution. There's only a cloud at about over here, which is the place of the recycling centers and also the landfills, but that's pretty okay, because this area is now much cleaner than before, and I really like it. But anyway guys, that's time to end up this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Also, there's something that I want to mention. I've just released a video. It's called DNA City. You have probably already stumbled upon it. If you haven't watched it, I recommend watching it. I think it's quite interesting. But anyway, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I bet most of you did not see it coming. And that's mostly because you don't follow me on social media. I have pretty much been advertising this video throughout the past couple of weeks. So my Twitter and Facebook followers definitely know that video was coming, and they were definitely expecting. So if you guys are interested in being notified when a special video is about to come, and if you also want to have access to sneak peeks for future videos of Design and Manage, I strongly recommend you to follow me on those 2 social media platforms. But anyway guys, that's pretty much what I had to say regarding this topic. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please consider giving it a like, it will help out my channel. If you have any suggestions for things that I should build in the future, please leave a comment. And if you want to follow the development of this particular city, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, have fun!